Hey everyone, it's been a very long time since I've actually talked on this channel, or I've posted anything really. Uh, Today the topic I wanted to talk about on this Monday mental check is the lack of productivity and also the reason why I left the crew. For some of you watching, you might understand what I mean by crew, or why I left it, or why I left anything. And some of you are members of the Fire and Ice crew, and you might recognize me as Jev, the Little Mac player. And if you did not know this, during my earlier year in this crew, I took a break, mostly because I was just like depressed. I suffered from depression, like I talked about in my last video about my depression. I also talked about or no, I also talked about. There was also other factors like feeling like I'm not good enough because I played Little Mac and I had a character crisis back then. I had a character crisis and I didn't understand who to play, and it was just pretty horrible because I had the incorrect mindset to play the game, and I just felt like a very unproductive human being. Now back to the topic, the lack of productivity. Now what I mean is by the lack of productivity in my life is constantly procrastinating all the schoolwork I have because I go to a school called Sumner Academy of the Arts and Science, and at times I kind of hate that place. I kind of hate that place because the amount of work I'm constantly given. But at the same time, I feel like I have no choice because I know I have to make my parents proud and essentially perform, and had to prepare myself for college. Excuse me. I feel like going to Sumner, excuse me, will help me have time management skills and learn how to manage my time well. Lately, I haven't really been doing that. It's been a lot of procrastinating, and I've made small attempts here and there to make myself a better person productively, of course. Uh, for example, I put I put an app on my phone. It's called Focus Keeper, I think it's called, and I just turn the timer on, and I start going to work because I learned this from somewhere. I think it was on YouTube. In order to become productive, I had to eliminate the factors that distract me every day, and the main factor is my phone. This little thing here. I kind of hate it sometimes, and I kind of love it. I constantly on YouTube on it, watching just the randomest stuff for like no reason. Like, just the, it's memes, it's Smash compilations, it's random like animal documentaries, random documentaries in general, and just anything really. It's just watch a bunch of random stuff, and it's entertaining to me, and I wish it wasn't. But I spend a lot of my time on my phone because I just enjoy it. It just makes me kind of relaxed and at peace. But it's over relaxing, and I end up watching some random stuff on YouTube rather than doing my homework or doing my work or practicing for my concerts. For my friends that know me in school, you know I made it to symphonic. I didn't really start practicing for the auditions until 2 days before, where I had like a real panic and I realized I need to start practicing, because music isn't something you learn overnight. It's really hard to learn sometimes. Excuse me. And lately it's been getting to me. I've realized that when you do a bunch of work and you're more productive than what you usually are, or when you're really productive and you have time on your hands afterwards, it feels great. I remember before I got the app on my phone, I told my mom to do me a favor and hold on to my phone while I do my work, and she did, and I was able to get a lot done sooner than I thought I could. And then there's another memory in the beginning of the year. Not the beginning of the year, the beginning of my school life in this specific school. I remember having 1 page of homework that day, and it was like a get to know you sort of stuff. I got an F on it, by the way. The first grade I ever got in that high school was an F because I forgot to put my name on it. And then I told my mom I only have 1 page of homework, and I was still a little bit of a kid, so I still kind of act like a little bit of a kid. And I just sat down, did my homework. It took like 10 minutes or 5 minutes because it was a get to know you paper. And then I told my mom and told her, look, I did my homework. Can I be on my phone now? And she was just like, yeah, sure. And it's laid down on my bed, and I played on my phone, and I was very happy. I felt very proud. Like, I've never felt so proud of myself before. I just thought, wow, I did my homework and now I have time to myself. And I rarely never get on my phone on the weekdays because it's kind of a family rule. But now I could because I did some work. Lately, it's not like that anymore. When I come home every day, it's a straight 2 hours of on my phone. And then around 6 or 7 o'clock, I actually start doing some work. And then I start losing some sleep because of how late I start working. I know other students are overachievers in my school. I know someone has 3 jobs and they go to the symphonic, which is an advanced group in orchestra. And it's just, wow. And I think, wow, that's amazing. But it's also a lot of stress and I don't really want in my life. I'm currently unemployed and I really don't want to seek a job because I really value my time. But I know I need money and I'm gonna need to save up for college. I've been working a little bit for my dad. He makes me type up the hours his workers work because he doesn't want to do all the math himself. And so I just make a graph, or not a graph, I make a sort of like a chart on sheets. And thank you, Mr. Keppel, for this. I really appreciate this. Mr. Keppel is a really great teacher, and he taught me a little bit how to use sheets. I was able to use sheets and use the engines to kind of make like the computer do the work itself. So all I had to put in is the hours each person worked, and then the computer does the rest. They tell me, I tell the computer how much each person is paid, and I told the computer to also add up all the values together, so you have a final payment of what my dad has to pay in total for everyone that worked for him. And so I just had to type in the hours, and that's it. It took a little bit of time because I was just like so confused on what to do because I knew it could be more efficient. Like I didn't want to type in everything and like every calculation every week, and I found a way. Luckily, I was able to properly. Luckily, I was able to actually make a graph, or I guess you could call it like a sheet. What else? Going on to like the subtopic of this video. I started a lot. If you count the amount of times I say it'd be a large amount. Pretty shy on camera, but I digress. When I joined the crew, I remember joining the crew. It was fantastic. I remember Conman. I don't know if my current team members right now remember Conman, or actually know him. I'm sure a good amount of you know Conman. He was an alright guy. I don't know why he left, but that's his problem, not mine. And when I joined that server, I saw there were tryouts, and I've never really tried out for a crew before, except for one called Antagonist. I ended up leaving I think it was for that crew, for a different crew. Well, I don't remember the reason why, but every time I look back to Antagonist, it's pretty salty at times. I didn't really like the community. And no offense to the community, it's just not my style. It's not my type of people. And I decided to transfer from there to another crew. Because in Antagonist, I was barely in mocks and actual like crew battles. And my whole time in there, which was a couple of months, I still didn't understand. Towards the end, I still didn't understand what a mock or a crew battle was, and I never attended them. And no one really like told me like, hey, you should kind of join our battles and participate. I never really knew that. I remember not really being told much about it, so I kind of left them for the other crew. They had a more sophisticated tryout system. I had a first tryout. There had to be people testing my skill, and they had to analyze like how good I am. A Pac-Man name by the gamer name, or whatever you would call it, by the name of Sage, tested me. He said I was pretty good, and he barely lets people off the hook. He barely lets people join in, and that I was the lucky few that made it in through him. And like I played Little Mac and stuff. My ego like skyrocketed after that, and my ego in Smash, like I'm not a prideful person, but when the only time my pride actually comes out is when I play Smash. I have a very high ego in Smash. When he tested me and whatever, someone else tested me and told me the same thing. I was just like, wow, my Little Mac isn't looking too bad now, is it? Not too shabby, kid. And after that, there was a interview part section of the trial, and it was the one interviewing me was Ted. I remember in the global chat, I was panicking. I was just like, I am kind of scared. I've never been in an interview before. Like, what do I say? And everyone ended up just telling me to chillax, and it kind of made fun of me they made fun of me in a way to make me calm down and relax. And it worked, kind of. They made a meme out of me. They put me on a kid with a tuxedo. I might show it later or not. But they put me they put my face on a kid with a tuxedo. Like, the original image was just a kid in a tuxedo and saying, yes, like, blank, I'm ready for my interview. And then instead of putting the boy's face, they put my face. Because I remember posting someone's quinceañera photos where I was involved in the server. And they put my face in that meme, and they made it say, yes, Ted-chan, I'm ready for my interview. And it was just the meme of this. It was meme of the month, and I was constantly made fun of, and I kind of laughed at it too. I kind of just laughed it. I laughed alongside them because I realized it was pretty funny, and it kind of helped me calm down a little bit too, because I realized it wasn't really that serious. And then when Ted interviewed me, he was just like, oh, what are your goals in Smash? It's okay. It's my sister. When Ted interviewed me, he just asked like how long have you been playing Smash? What are your goals? And when I first saw the interview section of the of the tryout my words. Excuse me. When I first saw the interview section of the whole tryout system, I was kind of confused and like wondering, why is an interview needed? And later I realized that it helps like filter out the really toxic mindseted people. I know someone that was in the crew for a little bit, but left and made his own crew. He was very toxic. He left and made his own crew. Ended up falling apart. You wonder why. And he was pretty toxic. Like, I remember playing with him, and then he was like, it was, our matches were a little laggy, I'll admit, but lag never gets to me when I'm playing with someone else. Like, if I'm alone, I avoid quick play now, because quick play, they're bound to meet someone flag, and it just makes me like, man, it makes me mad, like extremely angry, and I really don't want to play like that. Like, I want to play a normal game without lag. Then when I'm with people, it helps me calm down in a way. But yeah, it was kind of laggy. Like, not gonna lie, our matches were kind of laggy. But I just kind of laugh at lag with them people. I'm just like, yo, what the hell? What is this lag, dog? And then that guy was like, he was exerting like actual anger. Like, I remember styling on him. Like, he was DK and I was Little Mike. I side beat him. I jolt haymakered him off stage, or on stage. Either way, it was in the air, and I called out his jump. And then he just like yelled, and he was just like, "Oh my god, dude!" I remember him cussing at the top of his lungs. And they told him to calm down. Like, holy crap, it's just a game. Like, god damn. But yeah, that's why there was an interview part of the excuse me, of the whole tryout system. And I told oh my god, my stutters. I remember trying to flex in front of him because I just needed to. I remember I wanted to make myself look good, and I was just like, all right, what can I flex? And I told him like I have over 1,000 hours worth of time playing. I have over 1,000 hours on Smash, and he was just like, wow, that's amazing. And I was just like, yes, 1 point for me. I flexed on him, and I actually did something. I actually said something that's not a lie to seem impressive. And I actually don't know how many hours I have on Smash. I know I've been playing the game for longer than 2 years, but I actually don't know the exact value. At the time, I knew it was more than 1,000 hours because of how heavily I grind over the summers. I grind really bad. Like, I say really bad, as in it was really bad. Do not grind that much on Smash, because grinding does not make you good. But I kind of just flexed on him, and he was just like, alright, cool. And he accepted me. And then there was a trial period where I got to see what it's like to be a member. And then I finally got a part of it. Finally was part of the team. It was a good time. Got to meet some people. Janzo, Conman, MDMH, I think that's his name. But they're all gone now. Ever since like the Great Depression we've been experiencing lately. All of oh man, I studied so much. But after a while, after the good laughs and whatever, I decided to take a break because I realized because a lot of things led up to it. My depression, me not feeling good, but mainly it was because I felt like my little Mac was ass, like it was horrible. Magic Trumpet Man made me feel like the actual like shithole I'm in with Little Mac. Uh, I don't mean to say like Magic the Trumpet Man is to blame for me dropping out for a hot minute. I actually appreciate him playing some games with me and giving me a reality check on how bad my Little Mac was at the time. And I decided to take a break. I just thought I'm good. I don't want to play anymore. I think I need like a mindset. I want to change my mindset because I was toxic. I had a toxic mindset, not like toxic towards other people, but like towards myself. I had a very self-destructive behavior, and I just thought like, let me take a break. And then the co-leaders of the crew kept texting me, like DMing me, do you want to be part of this mod? Do you want to be part of this crew battle? Like, come join us, participate. Not in a way where they said that I wasn't participating, you know, for like, hey, I see you're not as active as you used to be. What's up? They just told me they understood it, that I was taking a break and that I was trying to get myself better. But in the end, I felt horribly bad because of my lack of participation. At one point, I was taking a break because I didn't want to stress anymore, and then it got to a point where I got too lazy. I'll admit, I got really lazy to play Smash. Like, I didn't want to turn on the Switch and just to end up being mad at the game. I didn't want to bother with it at the time. After that, after like my whole break and I ended up coming back, I don't remember what pulled me back. Something did though. Something just inside me like snapped, and I came into the crew and I was just like, hey everyone, I'm back and I have a better mindset and I'm gonna totally change who I am. Because I want to keep playing Smash, and I want to keep beating ass at crew battles, and I want to support this crew as much as I should have before. Sadly, no one was there. It seemed like no one was there. Everyone, like, left. And when I asked, like, what the hell happened here, they were like, oh, it's just they wanted rules, like, new rules implemented, like, new laws, I don't know. They wanted something more out of the crew. And that, like, at first glance, it infuriated me, because I just thought, well, why would you want more rules? Like, are you here for the community, for the people to play in the crew? Or are you here for, like, the organization of the crew? Is that what you're looking for? It doesn't seem right to me. Like, I understand if you're not, like, accepting of the community, because that's what I did. I didn't really like my other community. But these guys, they've been here for like a year, almost a year, I think. They've been here for a long time, and they got along with everyone else. So why leave? Is it because everyone else is leaving? Is it because there's not enough rules for you? It seemed like they were trying to make it into a government system. Like, they were too serious about it, because it's just a crew. In the end, it's just a crew for a video game called Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Not some government system where people need to be governed, and there needs to be order and law, and there needs to be police officers, and there needs to be lawyers and judges. No, it's just a community, dude. It's just a crew. And I think you should just, in my opinion, I think you should just have fun with the people and let the people around you help you improve. That's what I did. It was very helpful. One of our co-leaders, he left to make his own crew. And that's like the only person I know that left that I kind of appreciate him leaving, because he wants to do his own thing. And I can respect that. You want to go do your own thing and make your own crew after being how do I word this? He's been a co-leader for so long. I could tell he wanted to be a leader, but he really wasn't in the end. He wasn't the person that made the final decision, and I could tell that he wanted to at times. And he left. And I just thought that's alright. He wanted to do his own thing, and I can respect that. I don't know about everyone else though. Especially people like Conman. I don't know what happened with Conman, and I don't want to reach out because I feel like that's just too much. Like it's something in the past. But I'm saying this now because it's something I've been holding in for a while. I don't know why comment left, but it seems so out of the blue. He seems so like cool and stuff. I remember the only advice he ever gave me was parry Nair. Parry Rom's Nair. It'll help you a lot. But other than that, I never really talked to him. It was fun. We talked a little. He helped me through times when times are tough. And then he just left. I wish I was here before it all hit. Before everyone left. But now, our crew is a little bit dead. It seems like it's a meme to say our crew is dead. I'm staying. I don't really care if half of our crew members go away again. I stayed because I saw something in the community, and I really want a peaceful community, and I want to stay positive. And I'm not going to leave this crew after I put so much effort into it. That's not how I like to work. Eventually, I'll leave if literally everyone leaves and I'm the only crew member. Even if I'm the only crew member, I think if I was the only crew member, I'd be super motivated to get the crew up and going again. I've always thought about being a co-leader and how cool that would be, but I don't think I'd ever work up to it. What we need is, as a crew right now, we're suffering a Great Depression. What we need now is a leader that's consistently getting us on our feet, consistently making us go to mocks and do mocks. I know Ted is a bit busy. He's got his charger problem or whatnot. We need a leader that's consistently bugging us, honestly. We need someone that's constantly bothering us about mocks and crew battles. I see it as like we're a functioning device. I don't know what device you can think of. You can think of a car, a camera, a microphone, a computer. We have everything we need. We have all the components. All we need is a power cell. We need something to get us going, to get the gears running. We don't have that right now. And I think we really need that in order to avoid more people leaving. Because right now I just feel like dead space in this crew. I'm always ready for a mock. I'm always like excited to go to mocks now. But it's been a while since I've gone one. I've always tried to hype myself up and stay positive when something happens like that. But it's hard just to make a positive mindset when barely anyone plays with you in mock anymore. I remember one of my first mocks, I took 6 stocks, and I just felt like super hyperactive because I was playing a Pac-Man, I think, or some zoner, and we played our match. He took 2 stocks, and I took all 3 of his stocks, and I had 1 life left, and I was just like, all right, I gotta make the most of this 1 stock count. And then the next opponent came, and he played Ganondorf. And in my mind, I just thought, this is gonna be tasty, because playing Little Mac, when you play against heavies, and it feels so great to combo them. I can't explain the feeling, but when you're a Little Mac and you're going up against a heavy, and you know they're gonna get their combo food, it feels like they're like in your mind. It's food for me. It's food for my mind. Like knowing they're gonna get like demolished because they're huge, or they can get demolished because they're huge and they're so easy to hit, makes me feel kind of good. Like even before the match starts, I just think, wow, you're gonna get hit pretty easily. Of course, it never goes like that. Like matches with DK and Little Mac, if DK gets 1 grab off, then I'm basically dead. But I digress. When the Ganondorf played me, I took out 3 of his stocks like it was like nothing. I remember I took the last stock with a KO punch. Then I just like demolished out 3 of his stocks. I don't know why, but I entered his oh, it was in the crew battle, like server, where we like contain all our crew battles. I went in there, I was just like, yo, whose Ganondorf was that? And then someone was just like, hey, it's the Little Mac. And no one like really dissed on me. And I didn't like verbally disrespect anyone. I was just kind of laughing it off. Like, that was funny. Like, I wasn't trying to be mean. And no one was mean to me. So it was pretty peaceful when I went in there. And they said, oh, it's a Little Mac, the body the Ganondorf. And someone told me, yeah, that Ganondorf doesn't want to talk about it. He says he don't want to talk about it. And I just laughed my ass off because it was just so hilarious to see. He got totally demolished and he doesn't want to talk about it. I don't mean like that in the condescending way or like a jerk way. Just it's kind of funny to see people's reaction when they get bodied. I know my reaction is stupid when I get bodied. No, in reality, I just kind of like congratulate the guy. If I'm talking with them, of course. If I get 3-stocked, I'm yelling. I'm yelling at the top of my lungs. But if I'm talking with the person and they 3-stock me, depending on like the mindset I have beforehand, I either like just shake their hand or tell them like, "Oh man, that was nice." If I'm feeling ultra positive, I'll be like, "Damn, dude, you're really fucking good. I didn't think I could handle that." But yeah, that's why I kind of left. That's why I had to take a. That's why I had to take a break from the crew. This is what I think about the crew now. What I think it needs. Why I joined it. I talked about a lot. I also talked about the lack of productivity. I don't know what I want to end this on. Oh, I do. Always stay productive, and always try to find a way to stay productive, and avoid distractions as much as you can. Later on in your life, you won't regret it. I know I'm starting to regret it. Constantly on my phone, constantly texting people, or watching YouTube, or doing things I shouldn't. Avoid distractions and try your best to find good time management things. This could be related to Smash or real life. Grinding in Smash doesn't make you good, but constant practice will always make you good. It's consistent practice, not grinding. Just like any other thing in life, if you consistently practice the ability to stay focused for an hour every day, you'll get used to it and it'll be easy for you. If you practice yourself consistently every day to not use any like distractions, to not be on any distractions like YouTube on your computer or on your phone watching YouTube all day, it'll be easier to not get distracted. And make sure good habits are accessible. Like if someone told me this, if you have a pull-up bar in your doorway, your door frame there, you'll constantly be reminded to do pull-ups as a healthy way to exercise. And it'll create a good habit because every time I would come into this room, I would see that bar and I would think, I think I need to do some pull-ups. But that's what I want to end on. Always find ways to be productive, even if it's the smallest amount of productivity. Any sort of productivity is great. Anything that's stopping you from being productive is a bad thing. But remember that time wasted and time you enjoy wasting isn't time wasted. But in the end, if you didn't enjoy the time you wasted, it's not fun. It ends up being time wasted. That's what I wanted to end on. I'll probably see you guys next Monday. I'm trying to work on some montages with Smash. I'm working on Terry, Little Mac, and Crom. I have a tournament coming up, and I really want to be part of it, and I really want to have good results, because I barely go to tournaments. I'm a Wi-Fi warrior, and it's horrible. But yeah, I'll see you guys some other time. Thanks for watching.